Hello, YouTube. I am Goddess Just Be, and today we're about to talk about from Eve to Lilith, awakening our dark feminine energy and how you could attract anybody, including your ex, back to you. Lilith's how. So I'm sharing this here particular video after yesterday we were talking about the mindset. We were talking about, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, we were talking about the mindset. We were talking about creating through thought, right? That is really, really powerful. If you're going to listen to me today, I'm going to need you to understand one thing. You are the operant power in your simulated environment. Can we agree on that? You are the operant power in your simulated environment. Yes or no? If you don't believe that, could you leave, please? Could you go away? Perfect. Law of attraction is real. You agree? Julie, you agree? Shayla, you agree? Bloom and Lotus, Lacey, y'all agree with that, right? Anybody that don't agree with that, bye. I don't need your life. Because if you wobbling and you don't agree with that, you ain't going to digest nothing I'm going to tell to you. But if those that are here digest it, they're going to change their life. All right? So I have a class coming up on January 12th. And it's going to be Lilith in Motion, How to Flirt. I want to share real quick before I begin this particular lesson, what it's going to cost you if you don't join that class. How to flirt. First thing it's going to cost you is years of uncertainty. The reason why is because you're going to be going on countless dates and interacting with people and you ain't going to know what you're saying. Because you're going to be like, should I say this? I don't know. This is why you need to be in the class on January 12th, How to Flirt. You're going to have boring relationships. This is why you need to join that class on January 12th, because it's going to be womp, 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 womp. Am I boring? Hell yeah, you're boring. You don't know what to say. You don't know when to say it. You're boring. And your word ain't going to come back null and void. You send boring energy out, you're going to get boring energy back. Bam. That's it. Next one, lost opportunity. I was about to say but the people gone. That's why you need to join the class, because you're going to have lost opportunity. People going to be walking and your word ain't even going to be the road of your mouth, out your mouth, off your tongue rather. That's why you need to join the class. It is highlighted on my website, saltoftheearthpub.org, in yellow at the very top. Once you go to saltoftheearthpub.org in yellow, going to be the link for you to click on the class. It's called Lilith in Motion. Another way you're going to it's going to cost you is because you're going to have this thing called lack of confidence. You could put on all of the makeup that you want to put on. You could have tight clothes on. You could have the red lips, the nails, and the hair, and all of that different stuff. But if you are sitting out, I ain't even much worthy. Guess what you're going to get? Womp, womp, womp. Everybody going to know because you ain't going to have confidence. This is why you need to join the class on January 12th. From Eve to Lilith. Lilith in Motion, How to Flirt. That's the name of the class. You're going to be emotionally exhausted because it's going to become stressful for you trying to figure this out. And you're going to be one of them people on the sideline, man, I ain't for playing the game, man. I can't play this game. I want somebody real. This is the game of life. Well, what you got? What you got, a concussion? What you on the bench for? Somebody tackled that ass? You got a bubble? You got to get up off the bench. You just got to get off the bench. This is why you need to be in the class. From Eve to Lilith on January 12th. Get off the bench, boo. You've been on the bench. We don't even know how you could play. You could be the starring person in the game, but you've been on the bench, just sitting there, talking about how the game should go, right? And then you're going to have missed opportunities for growth in your life. This here game of life teaches you about yourself, your corny side, your seductive side. You got to know yourself. You can't be trying to get in relationships, trying to get people to please you mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, sexually, whatever, and you don't know how to do it. Come on now. The name of the course, and then we're about to get started, once again, is Lilith in Motion. It's available on my website, saltoftheearthpub.org. My link is in my bio. It is the yellow button at the top of the screen. Lilith in Motion, How to Flirt. Somebody type that in the comments. How to flirt. Somebody type that in the comments. How to flirt. How to flirt. Teach me how to Dougie. You remember that song? Teach me how to Dougie. Well, I'm teaching you how to flirt. Hey, just Brittany, I see you, babe. All right. So that's that. So we finished with announcements. We about to get into this here particular live, and I want to share something with you how you could attract anybody, any old body, any. I mean, when I say any, I say any. I mean any. How to get anyone back with Lilith's power. I am not talking to Eve. I ain't talking to Eve. If you represent Eve in the physical reality, I'm not talking to your Eve. And I want to separate the two of these so you can better understand when I say I ain't talking to Eve. I'm not talking to your Eve. Teach me how to Dougie. I'm gonna teach you how to flirt instead. We're gonna Dougie later afterwards. You can Dougie in the bedroom, but we're gonna teach you how to flirt on the 12th. So when I'm talking to, if I were talking to your Eve, I would be talking to, I taught you this here on Friday. On Friday. I taught you this here on Friday. Anybody here from Friday? If I'm talking to Eve, what mind am I talking to? The mind of your inner being or the mind of your subconscious? Anybody from Friday remember that? Because we got to be growing up in here. Anybody from Friday remember that? Hey Joyce, thank you for being here. Bam. Yes, subconscious. Because within the subconscious mind lies your little girl, lies your little boy. I don't feel worthy. Who's talking? Who is that? Eve or Lilith? Who is that? Who would say that if that was your mind talking? That'd be Eve, right? I'm bored. Who's that? I sure live bored. I'm never gonna figure this out. Who's that? Eve. But who's saying things are always working out for you? You can never get life wrong. You're the operant power. Who is that? Who's that talking now? She talks a little softer. Lilith, we call her Lilith. We'll call her Lilith, right? Lilith is AKA your inner being. Lilith is powerful. Lilith knows that all things are working out for her. Lilith ain't walking around here taking no for answers. Lilith could see people through the eyes of God. Lilith understands this. Your little girl, your subconscious mind, she gonna probably always be up in there telling you some thoughts, but you gotta dismiss some things. You gotta follow the mind that's renewed. Remember in the biblical text, let this mind be in you. Who mind we talking about? Subconscious one that be playing tricks on you? Or the inner being one, aka your Lilith one? We won't let that mind be in us, right? Okay. So since we established that, the title of this here live is Dark Feminine Energy. How to get anyone back in Lilith's power. Anyone. I mean anyone. Your friends that you fell out with, your ex-boyfriend, if that's who you choose. Not in no thirsty way now. We ain't gonna be thirsty here. We ain't gonna do nothing in the physical, you hear? We are going to actually get them back in power by knowing who the heck we are. Not Eve way. Eve would be like trying to go bake a cake, trying to ask Jesus, oh, Jesus, could you fix it for me? Oh, Jesus, I want to be a virtuous woman. Oh, Jesus. All right. The first question is, though, why do you want this person back? If you ever get in this position in life, why do you want somebody back that left you or you probably left? Why? You got to know your why. I'm just asking. I don't really care to get in your business like that, but I want you to know your why. Why you want this person back? You ain't gotta tell me. You just answer yourself. You know, you got in your reality, right? I'm hopeful that you do not want him or her back in an effort to create the same relationship, because I need you to know this here. Never make an ex a next. We're not doing that because of this here one reason why. Because the ex don't exist no more. Neither do you exist in that form no more. Right? So you never really attracting that same person back. I want you to understand that. So in establishing your why, it should be safe to say there were some aspects about that person that you really did love and enjoy, and you're holding on to the beauty or the beautiful things about the relationship, not the things that didn't serve you, not the things that you didn't like, right? Now that'll be a beautiful reason why you will want a person back, because that was the person who I don't know, I traveled the world with, and I explored myself, and I was so open and vulnerable with, and I grew so much. Maybe things like that, right? But a weaker part of a person will want somebody back that, I don't know, maybe beat their ass. Oh, he beat me real good. You know, like, come on now. Come on. So your why is really going to be important here. I just want you to know that you are not going to be attracting that same person, because that person no longer exists. That person has new gifts that emerge from them from having experience with you, and so have you, right? Before we get into attracting your friend, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, I want you to know you must first find yourself and let that be the new relationship. You get that? So you know how people, like, they get out of a relationship with somebody and they realize in this void, because that somebody is no longer there, they realize, well, I haven't really been doing the things that I used to do, and so I'm gonna start doing them again. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate you. I'm gonna start doing the things that I used to do again. I'm gonna find myself. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna lose weight. That's beautiful. And that is the first relationship. That is the first step in the physical reality. That is the doing that is required of you if you want to attract anybody back. Lilith knows this. Eve baking cakes, eating ice cream. She ain't doing nothing. She moping. Woe is me. You see the different mindsets here? Lilith has moved on into a newness of a relationship with herself, because she's realized that in that past relationship that she was liking some things and disliking some others. She knew what she want and she knew what she don't want in that relationship. Wanted rather, and she knew what she didn't want. And because she knew what she didn't want, her inner being, or the larger version of herself, expanded in that area, and it said yes, because the blessing of God is yea and amen. It said yes. And so now Lilith has all of this blank pathway to herself that she must explore. And that's the newness of herself. That's her expansion over here. Lilith is over here after a failed relationship. You never get it wrong. But after getting out of a relationship, she's over here exploring her newness, exploring what makes her happy, what turns her on, losing weight, what she can do with this idle time, because this is all her idle time. This is what Lilith doing. Eve over here moping, probably on her knees, asking Jesus to fix it. Sorry, it's Sunday. We about to have church. Eve probably in church right now. Well, I surrender all. You know, neglecting herself. You know, doing the most, not going in, coming out, pleasing everybody. Right after relationship. Right, moping. These are two different mindsets. So being that Lilith is out here having or establishing this new relationship, Lilith's mindset is in alignment with Lilith's inner being. Lilith is happy. The relationship over, but Lilith not boohooing and crying. Lilith is thinking different thoughts from what Eve could ever, because Eve is operating from her subconscious mind. Eve does not realize that she is the operant power. She believes in the devil and God, but all is God. She ain't figured that out. She think maybe the devil destroyed a relationship. Nope, that was her. Yeah, that was her chaotic thoughts. She ain't getting it yet. So she's praying to God. God, could you fix it? She don't realize she is God. She's the operating power. She's a co-creator with source energy. She don't realize that so-called energy is just energy. She believes it's a man up there on a chair, on a throne, looking down, saying, "No, Eve. No, my child, you cannot have that." No. Lilith understand this. Lilith understand that all is God. I'm the operating power in my universe. I create my reality through thought. Eve hear that. She be hearing, yeah, you create your own reality, but she throw it out the window. She don't really realize that she is actively, in her moment time, creating her reality through this thing called resistance. Resistance ain't nothing but Eve thoughts that come from her subconscious mind. Lilith know that. That's why Lilith don't entertain them thoughts from the subconscious mind. Lilith entertain the thoughts from her inner being. Do you have that? Do you get that? We cannot go on until you have that. I want to make sure everybody is up to speed with that. You got that, George? You got that, just be? Understood? Got it? All right, perfect. So, even if your ex-friend, your ex-boss, your ex-husband, your ex-boyfriend, whoever your ex is, even if they are connecting with their inner being, you have more power or influence over them. Because they came in your assimilated environment, since you are the operant power in your universe. It's about to get a little deep up in here. It's about to get a little deep up in here. So what do you have to do? What do you have to do to attract somebody? If you're the operant power in your universe, what do you have to do to attract somebody to do what you want them to do? Hey, positive vibes. What do you have to do? Hey. Hey, Marvin. Thank you for being here. What do you have to do? If you're the operant power, do you know? Or what you going to pray about? You just going to cry about it like Eve? What do you have to do? Thank you for the gift. You have to maintain your energy. Of what? If I don't know how to get somebody, how to draw somebody to me in my Lilith mode, maintain my energy of what? What I got to do? Sit down here like this here? Okay, I'm maintaining my energy. What is my energy? What? How you know my energy? How I know my energy? Tell me. Become it. Become what? Imagination. Imagination. I got imagination. What I do with my imagination? What we imagining? We outside playing hopscotch? What I got to imagine? Come on, conscious beings. Come on. What I'm gonna do with my imagination? Teach me. Create with your imagination. That's it. And then they're gonna pop up just like that. Become the characteristics of that. Of what though? The characteristics of the person. So I gotta act like them. Is that what I gotta do? I gotta act like that person. Which person? Because didn't I just tell you a minute ago that that person evolved? So did I evolve from that relationship. We're now new people. Growth happened. It had to because we're energy. Energy is not stagnated. It's always moving. It's not at rest. You have to live in the assumption and feel that you already have it. I love that one. I love that one. You have to live in the assumption and feel. So I'm playing make believe. I'm being delusional. Is what you're saying that I have to do? Number one, this is what I would do. This is what I would do. I will focus on the way I want it to feel, not the details of the relationship. I will focus on the way that I want to feel. Remember, we talked about this on Friday? Not the details of the relationship. This is how you get a person to come back. You focus on the way you want to feel if they're back, not the details, not the bull crap that they brought you through, right? You get that? And so in focusing on the way you want to feel, this is now going to bring you maybe back to the beginning of that old relationship that was stale. Remember, kind of like when you that new love, when you first met them, you got to focus on that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you focus on. I'm telling you all, Lilith has a mindset where we're going to learn more about this in the class on January 12th. When she's flirting, she's thinking certain things in her mind that's making this here a whole reality. Lilith think it's not robbery to be equal with God. Eve would never. So in this here act of getting an ex-friend, lover, whatever, your ex-husband, ex-wife, whatever, back, really what you got to do is focus uncontrollably on the way you want to feel with them being back. No characteristics of relationship. But see, where people mess up after relationship, I don't want to say mess up. They just don't know. Sometimes we just don't know. When we don't know after a relationship, we like, yeah, because I'm glad they gone. Because girl, let me tell you what they did in 1992, da 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 da. And they go on and on. They gotta talk about the negative aspects over and over. And that negative aspect that they're talking about, they're thinking about it. And they're feeling that thing again. And that's pushing and creating more and 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 more this thing called resistance from that particular person. So if you don't never want them to come back, oh, go ahead on. But if you on a sneaky link and you really like, man, but I love them though. I ain't gonna lie, I love them. Then shut your ass up. Stop doing that. And begin to focus on the way you want to feel, not the details of that old relationship. Can I get an amen? Are you there? I blocked all of the Eves in my phone. Miss Virgo said, your emotions are powerful magnet. Yes, they are. Can I get an amen? You understand that part? You can't be telling the same damn story. We kind of talked about this on the last live on Friday. Shut up with that story. You understand, Donna? Visualize what you want to desire. And here's the thing. I want you, don't beat me up. Don't beat me up for this. For those of the people that are like, the ex could never be my next. I get it. If you don't want them, that's cool and all. But here's the thing about doing this. You can attract a specific person back into your life. Whether you want that person or not, you could still use that specific person, that last person that you was in La La Land love with, as your object of attention, just simply to draw a new experience into your life. So you're really just using the reflection, the good moments, the good times with that person for the subconscious mind to do its job, to yield to you just the good things that you put on your mind. Are you with me? Are you with me? For those who don't really want your ex back, you still need to be up in this room listening to this here, because there were some good times in there. There were some good things that you really did like about that particular person, about that relationship. Somebody said that part. Something new would be nice. Beautiful. Because you create something new by using your own. You got to use your old focus to create new. Because, like, okay, let's not talk about the ex. Okay, let's not talk about the ex for 1 second. Imagine right now a moment when you laughed really, really hard. I mean, you were laughing so hard that you just grabbed your heart and chest and you was rolling over down on the floor, or you was hitting the sofa or whatever, and you just cut up laughed. And that laughter felt so good for your soul. Imagine that moment right now. Where were you? You remember that moment? You remember that moment? You got it in your mind? Now here's the thing. Hold on to that moment for a second. Hold on to that laughter. Don't it feel good? Don't just make you smile, even if it don't make you laugh as much as that. You're thinking about the time you laughed and you see yourself laughing hysterically and you're looking upon yourself in your human imagination. You went there to kind of like grab that feeling of laughter, didn't you? Well, I'm telling you to go back into your ex relationship and grab that feeling of love. Grab that feeling of union. Grab that feeling of connection. I ain't telling you got to be with him. Use that situation, that feeling to get what you want. You feel it? So this is why I'm telling you to do this, to tie it all together. You don't have to have the want no ex, but I'm letting you know that ex might call in the process. So if the ex call in the process, you understand, you could just smile at the phone and be like, this stuff work. Look at my superpower. Look how magical I am, right? All kind of people gonna start calling you because now you're in a new relationship with yourself, Lilith. You've renewed your mind and you're focusing on what felt good from that relationship, and you sending out an aura. Remember, I tell you this is just energy, frequency, and vibration. The day before I taught you how to do this, your aura was I'm not worthy, I'm single, and it was attracting what? Cobwebs in your cooler, right? Now today I'm teaching you about this. You implement this. Now you're only but energy, and now you're radiating. I'm in a relationship. I'm lovable. I had beautiful experiences that happened to me. And now you can attract people in the likeness of the same. I'm teaching you the energy behind the law of assumption. Thank you. I needed to hear this. But if you over there with with Eve mindset, woe is me, I'll just get fat with this ice cream. You ain't going to be able to do this here. You got to get your mind right, Lilith. It's me, Miss D. I still love the greatness of my ex. Yes, that's all I want you to do. Think about the things that you loved about that person. Ding dong. This happens to people, and they don't be realizing what energetically is really happening to them. They're like, look, I let it go. I didn't do nothing in the physical. I just let it go, and I just started to go work out, and I started to take care of myself. Girl, I thought it was over. They had a new person and everything. I thought it was over, and I just wished them well, and I just started thinking about things that felt good. And girl, you know what? He just came back, and then when he came back, girl, he ain't even the same person no more. I mean, the relationship, the dynamic of the relationship, that changed so much, and we don't fuss like we used to, and da 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 da. And guess what? They explaining the same thing. They don't know what the hell they did, but I'm breaking it down to teach you what the hell going on there. Do you hear me? All right. So we're gonna focus on the way that you feel, not the details about the relationship. You're gonna visualize them. You're going to visualize this person maybe hugging you, touching you, excited to see you. You know, just when you're doing random things in the house. I don't know. You could be sweeping your floor in your kitchen. You could be talking to them. You could just pretend that, that they sitting there at the table. You just cook dinner, you eating, and hey, how's the food? I don't know. I don't know what happened in your relationship. You use your own human imagination. I'm just giving you the idea. You create your own reality. You're the operant power. Do you understand what operant power means? I know we say this stuff. I need you to get this here. Operant power. You create your own reality. Stop saying that if you don't understand it. What am I telling you when I say you're the operant power? Anybody know that? Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the follow. Anybody know what I'm saying when you are the operant power? What am I saying? Sounds like the mind of a teenager. Yep. If you can't come to God like a child, you can't make it into the kingdom. We ain't gonna never leave our mind of a teenager out of this here because it's powerful. Operant. That means you operating this. That means you operating, you running this. You get it? That means you run the show. You are the power. What do I mean when I say, may the force be with you? Stop saying this stuff if you don't want to get on the God plane. May the force be with you. What am I saying? That there is a force, there is a power that's with you, that's of you, that's in you, that's around you. Don't sleep on it. May the force be with you. You are the operant power. You create your own reality. Right? Get that. Own that. You have to forgive them in a positive light. Come on now. Get out of your subconscious, little Eve, but you don't even want to know because they hurt me. I don't care, Eve. I don't want to hear it. You have to forgive them in a positive light. Because here's the thing. Your inner being don't see that they did no wrong. Your inner being is looking at them people through the eyes of God. They ain't do no wrong. And in order for this here to work in your mind, you have to forgive them like they have done no wrong. Because if you have in your mind that they done wrong, then while you thinking about them positively, you're going to think about that time when they done you wrong. And then we're back at it again. You're wobbling in your head. This is all being in your head. I am not telling you to call nobody. Come on now, type that in the comments. Don't do nothing. And capitalize that D-O. Don't do nothing. God is just is teaching you how to be. Don't do nothing. I ain't saying nothing else until I see that. Don't do nothing. Because some of y'all is still in y'all Eve trying to gather this concept. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Let me see it over here on YouTube. I ain't moving on until I see it on all platforms. Don't do nothing. Don't you bake no pie. Don't you slop on no knob. Don't you go over there to no houses. Don't you call. Don't you text. Don't you do nothing. I want you to be so you could be still and know that you got superpowers and all you got to do is sit there and think about it. Donna said, oh my. Don't you do nothing. All right? This is a mindset. Lilith understands this here powerful stance of her mind. This is what separates the women from the ladies. All right? So you're going to have conversations in your head with this here person. We're talking about telepathic communication. This is spiritual work that I'm teaching you here. You're having conversations with this person in your head. If you're the operant power and people come in your simulated environment, what you say should go, God. The hell they came over there for? Like, right? In your conversations, you are always the operant power. You're the one of authority. You're the powerful one. So if you're the powerful one, you ain't saying, hey, do you like me? Your mind's pretty enough for you? Right? Lilith wouldn't say that. That's some Eve stuff. So your language, if you're having conversations with your person, is things like, he loves me. Look at him. He's a little nervous around me. He's never met anyone as beautiful as I am. Things like that. He's thinking about me now. He has a phone in his hand and he wants to call me. I'll be getting a call in no time. Like things like that. Like, right? Where you're the operant power saying unto this energy that came in your simulated environment, what's going on? Not, I don't give a darn. I don't give a darn if they in another country. I don't give a darn what the physical look like. I don't give a darn about circumstances, and you shouldn't, God, in your simulated environment, give a darn either. Because guess what's going to happen? One of the two. That particular person is going to come back, or another person greater than that person going to come, and you ain't going to give a damn about the old ex. You winning, God, either way. But the beautiful thing about this that's going to happen is that your mind going to be renewed. You're going to be able to walk in your Lilith unapologetically. And you're going to be getting to do this here with everybody once you realize how cold you are with it. Once you really milk the fact that, God damn it, I'm magical. God damn it, God just keep telling me that I'm the operating power. God damn it, this lady been telling me that I create my own reality. And I'm really figuring it out. He can't forget you. I love that. Don't you do nothing. All right. So your vibration will matter. And so you have to rise your vibration. That means, so in between you talking to this person, you using your human imagination, you doing the law of assumption, you need to keep your vibration up. This here is going to help you stay neutral and above. And this is another reason why I wanted to share this with you all, because a lot of women in the physical reality want some kind of man back. And what I want for you most of all is just for you to raise your frequency so you could attract gentlemen. So here's the thing about life in that I think it's beautiful. It's almost like the greatest things that we want, we got to do something to get. And I know women out there, they want some kind of man, some kind of woman, or some kind of thing back, like, right? It's like, man, and poo poo. You got to increase your frequency now. You got to become one with your inner being now. You got to become with Lilith. You got to get closer to being sovereign God all by yourself. So now you got to raise your frequency. How bad do you want him or her? If you don't want him, stay over here by Eve. If you don't want him or her, stay over here by Eve. Because I'm talking to men too. Stay over here at E frequency and say, oh, she'll never come back. He'll never come back. Stay over there then. But if you want it, you got to rise your frequency. So that means you got to care about how you got darn feel. We talked about that on Friday. How you feel matters in the game of life. Because you were supposed to go through the game of life in the mindset of your inner being. Not getting hiccups and bumps in the road because you're depressed and you're sad and you don't feel worthy and all that. Your inner being don't never look at you like that. And so we have people, women in the physical reality, that are sitting there with the hiccups of relationships for years and years and years. I'm still healing. No, you're still giving yourself an excuse to get out of alignment. Sit up in there with them subconscious mind thoughts that's stumbling blocks for you. You're giving yourself an excuse to be in subconscious mind when you can renew the mind and listen to your inner being thoughts. Which is saying, keep on going. There were gifts. There were lessons. Be happy, be loved, be optimistic. Things are always working out for you. So you are not depressed. You are not healing. You're just trying to give yourself an excuse to be in that subconscious mind rut that you love because you're so comfortable with it. Because you like telling it like it is. And we on this channel, we ain't doing that in Lilith's mind. Lilith ain't telling stuff like no is. Lilith know that everything is working out for her. Lilith understands that she could have anything that she puts her mind from her inner being, her mind to, and she gonna get that thing. She using all of the tools, but the most powerful tools that she's gonna use is her mindfulness. Yeah, the hair, nails, and all that is cool, but Lilith understand this is a mind thing. I will separate them women and send them women on their way, because when I walk up in the room, now one of them gonna have this mind. And that's my real superpower. To attract exes, new people, whatever, money, whatever I want. To me, it's all about my Lilith knows this. Eve, still trying to figure it out. You got this? All right, so let's keep going. How you look at a certain person is going to reflect their actions that they're going to reflect. Eve, I know that's going to be a lot for you. I know that's going to be a lot for you to understand. You thought that up, Eve. There's a course on my website, Comatose Narc. The 48 Laws of Power, Comatose Narc Edition. Your mind knew, but your heart loved anyway. Let me tell you something about that course, and I'm going to just be honest. Could I be honest with y'all about that course? It was the hardest course that I ever put together. Oh my God, that course. And to do that course, I had to go to neutral and below. To do that course, in the middle of that course, on one of the videos in the course, I was like, you know what? I even told my mom, I don't think I want to do this. I done started something that I don't even think I want to finish. I don't even want to think this thought. This is low-key depressing. This done made me think about all the people who ended themselves, died with broken hearts and stuff. I'm sharing you this about the course that I created for to meet people where they are, because there are people who believe in narcs, like, right? And then when believing in these narcs, they attract more narcs and more narcs and more narcs and more narcs. This narc central stuff only happened neutral and below. I just want to tell you, it's only neutral and below. Sorry, Eve. Because ultimately, how you look at people is the way that they gotta respond. Okay. Let me check on you. Are you okay, Eve? You okay, Eve? Can you digest that, Eve? Are you gonna cry? I ain't mean to make you cry, Eve. I ain't mean to make you cry. Eve, you okay? You gonna block me? Oh Lord, Eve done got off the live. Eve gone. She mad at me. How you look at other people is how they have to respond. How you thought them up. Yeah, boo. How you thought them up. Thought by thought by thought. You good. I'm good. So here's the thing. I need you to understand and remember who runs the show. Thought by thought by thought, today, tomorrow, and forevermore. I need you to understand, if you operate power in your simulated environment, God, that means you run the show. They have to conform to the way that you're thinking, is what I'm saying on this live. They have to conform because you create your own reality. You created this room that you in. You create what's going to happen when you get in the next room through thought. If you're not there, it's not existing, God. If you're at home right now and you have a job and you go to this here building or whatever, that building don't exist until you walk in, God, with your thoughts. You get this? You get this, Eve? You get this? We're going transitioning from Eve to Lilith. All right? So they have to conform to the way that you're now thinking of them. You're thinking of them clearly. You're thinking of them more positive. You're thinking of the newness of the love that you experience with them. They have to conform, and they're going to feel this. It's mental training. You got that right. Mental training. All right? So you are the creator of your reality. How is it spiritual? Because I'm telling you about this is the law of assumption. Ever heard of that law? The law of assumption. So as it pertains to the law of assumption, if you assuming something to be a certain way in your simulated environment, God, it has to be that way. You know that, right? It can't be no other way because you assumed it to be that way. You assumed it to be perfect. You assumed it to be love. You assumed it to be joy. You assumed you hugging this person. You assumed you were talking with this person. You assumed. The law of assumption means you must assume. You assume. That's how you get them back. And in their mind, let me teach you what's going on over there. Since you're the operating power, just so that you can know, is becoming more of a magnet to that. Your subconscious mind has to yield you that person, that situation, or whatever, that ex, that husband, or whatever, back to you. Your subconscious mind has to do the work. That means you don't do nothing. But what is happening to that person? Anybody know? Anybody know? I'm gonna tell you how cold you are with this thing, God. Anybody know? Lilith know. Lilith already know what's going to happen to that person when she put these thoughts of hers into play. Do you know what happened to that other person? The soul is the mind, body, and emotion is all spiritual. Yeah, that's exactly how it's done. Show up. What's happened to that other person? Come on, y'all, tell me. Tell me what's happened to that other person. What happened to the other person? What are they feeling? What are they feeling? How are you, the operating power, doing something to another person and you don't know what's happening to the other person? They're receiving your energy. They're receiving your energy. There you go. Actually, no. They're receiving. Hey, young Rasta, I see you, babe. They're receiving your energy. That's how cold you are with it. So they're receiving. This is like telepathic communication. They're receiving the thought. They're picking up on the signal, the word. So they, in their mind, they think, oh, they think a thought of you. They think it's their idea. Do you not get this? Because you cold with it. They think it's their idea that they're thinking of you. Meanwhile, it was your thought because you the operating power, because you are neutral and above. This is especially powerful for the reflection or the person who energetically may be a little bit low. You're higher. You know the tools, you know the laws. So now, if I be lifted up, I have the power to draw all things over here to me. Right? This is scripture. Right? So you having this thought, you doing this in your mind, law of assumption in your mind, you sending a word. That's how cool you are with it. You send the word and your word can't come back to you null and void. This is how you become a magnet to attract. You do this with money. You do this with ex-husband, ex-wife. You do this with ex-friendship, relationship, and they must yield to you because you're the operating power. All right? You say, listen, if I say you mine, God damn it, you mine. You could be sporty with it. It don't matter how you say it, just as long as you're saying it as the operant power, in power, demanding, commanding that thing. Look, you right here. In the biblical text, they teach you about this. The Christ conscious one said, if you did it in your mind, you already did it. You already did it. Because your mind is going to shape this here physical reality and conform to you. That's if you're not wobbling, though. And that's why I said, forget the the chaos, the argument that you may have had with this person. Forget all of that. And all you want to do is go in, grab in those beautiful experiences. And you harness that energy. And you think about that energy. And you remember that experience. You embody that. You're carrying this energy with you. So it must show up here. This is how you ended up getting out the relationship with them. You carried now, MRFer. You carry what they did with you. You are dirty, oh, no good, da 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 da. You carried it. You talked about it. And you told your friends about it. You role playing probably in the kitchen when you was washing dishes. Yeah, I should have told that MF for this. Right? And then the relationship ended because you did this pertaining to the negative things that person did to you. I'm teaching you how to do it the positive way if you want to draw it back. I'm teaching you how to be cold with your telepathic communication. I'm teaching you how to be your own savior. Because you need to learn how to tap into your power. You're preaching. Where's the offering, boo? Cash App God is just be. It's offering time. I'm glad you said that. It's offering time. We're not done yet though. We ain't done. I gotta finish this here thing. For those of you who are new to me, tap the screen, share the live, comment, interact with my live. I have a dark feminine energy series going on TikTok on Goddess Just Be page. I have an upcoming class on January 12th. Lilith in Motion, How to Flirt. You need to be in that class. Make sure you go to my website, souloftheearthpub.org, and sign up for that class. It's the second yellow button on the screen once you get there. If you want to donate to my live, Cash App Goddess Just Be. Cash App Goddess Just Be. It's offering time. It's offering time. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the offerings. I'll wait. It's offering time. I'll wait. Let me see if my Cash App is working today. Talk about I'll wait. I'll wait. This thing's still buffering from yesterday. Still buffering. Thank y'all for the donations though. I'm gonna read them once I stop buffering. Maybe I gotta close all that out. You hear me? You can attract anybody back. Anything back. A greater version of them. You don't have to be sitting up there depressed and sad or anything. I'm gonna teach you how the Christ conscious one did it in a minute. Christ conscious one did it all in the biblical text. We get into that. Why will Eve mess this up? When I finally see myself in female form, oh, I'm powerful. Yeah, don't do nothing. Why would Eve mess this up? And I'm saying Eve, and I'm not trying to be ugly with you all, but I say that so that you could really see that this is a mindset shift. There are women who are operating on the Eve frequency. We need some ladies that can operate on the Lilith frequency and hold it down as it pertains to your inner being, your higher self. That's what we evolve into. So Eve, lower self, subconscious mind. Why? Tell me in the comments. Why would she mess this up? Why Eve gonna mess this up? Or how Eve can mess this up? Say it out loud and shame your lower self so that you won't be your own stumbling block. Why Eve gonna mess this up? How Eve could mess this up? Eve could mess this up because Eve's inner beliefs need to be addressed. Eve could mess this up because she doesn't believe she deserves this here. Oh no, I can't do that. Eve could mess this up because Eve don't believe that she God. She a little G kind of God, and she got to ask the God that's upstairs sitting in the chair that's gonna come down the gold steps and tell her, "Oh my child, enter into the kingdom of God." She got all of this crazy stuff going on. Poor Eve. She on something block. She don't know. It's like, oh, I don't know. Is that messing with people free will? How the hell people could be free in your simulated environment that you created to experience God in, Eve? Come on now. Make it make sense, Eve. Eve gonna mess this up because Eve, I don't know, I'm gonna listen, but I ain't gonna do nothing. In 10, 20, 50, 30 years, then pays by, Eve like, oh, I got it, I want to do it now. And all her exes dead now. That's how Eve can mess this up. She don't know her own word or her power. She don't tune in with or don't even know how to stand in her own power. That's how Eve. Yeah. Her low self-awareness. Yeah, that's how Eve will mess this here up. Eve could mess this up because Eve in her mind, because they know, because men gonna cheat, and so she could draw the person back, and then he come back, and guess what? He gonna cheat because Eve in her mind saying, "Oh, because all men cheat, all of them, every last one of them, golders, they all cheat. They can't keep their wiener in their pants." That's what Eve think. She think that thought all of the time. She her own stumbling block. She think all men are dogs. That's what Eve think. Eve think that. She think that thought over and over. And the belief is something that you didn't sit there and thought over and over until it became law in your what? Subconscious mind. Go ahead on, Eve. Putting all kind of crazy stuff in your subconscious mind, ain't you? Tell the truth and shame your lower self. Eve she just be throwing stuff in her subconscious mind. That's her own stumbling block. She'll also sit there and instead of changing her thoughts, she'll think this here is the devil. No, goddess, I can't do that. I don't know. I never heard of this before. I'm gonna have to go research. And in doing that, she'll pray. You know what, Jesus, I ain't gonna do what goddess had said. Jesus, I want you to fix it. That's what Eve gonna do. Jesus, could you just fix it? Because if it was for me, it would happen. Right? That's what Eve say. No, that ain't right. I mean, right is a direction. If you go in that way, yeah. Right is a direction. If you're going that way, right is gonna be your right. If you're going that way, that Eve way, then yeah, you are right. But if you're going in the direction of Lilith, there's another direction to get what you want and empower yourself. Because Lilith is being God, while Eve is praying to Jesus, a middleman between her and the source of infinite intelligence. You got that? You got that? Willingly a follower instead of a divine feminine goddess. I love that for you. All right? So that's how Eve could mess this thing up. So who are you? Who are you, Eve? Or you Lilith? That's the question of the day. Do you have an Eve mindset or a Lilith mindset? Do you think it's not robbery to be equal with your inner being, or you think it's robbery because that's too much, because I'm just a little G kind of God? In your simulated environment, if you're the operant power, you should be saying, when I move, you move. Right? My thoughts moved. My thoughts moved to this beat. Now you have to move. This is what you should be saying in your simulated environment, God. I changed my mind. I stopped wobbling. I paid attention to the things that I wanted in here. Now this and everybody out here, they must conform, because this is my simulated environment. People are walking around in your simulated environment treating you like crap because your is saying I am crap. The Narc series that I did, it felt crappy even doing the series, the 48 Laws of Power. And I endured. And there are actual people in the physical reality, more than one, that now has come to me and like, listen, I couldn't even finish listen to it for all the things that I sat there and endured. It was the greatest series, but it pissed me off. And I created it, and I knew it was going to piss some people off. Because what they really got pissed off was with themselves, because they saw their reflection up in there. Right? We call these people in our simulated environment our reflections. But that means you got to be the operant power. Stop saying that stuff if you're not believing that stuff. If these are your reflections, when you move, they should move with you. You don't stand and look up in the mirror in the reflection in the mirror and start doing what it want to do while you be still. Why they do that? Why do you have people in your mirror wilding out, doing what the hell they want to do? It don't work like that. They doing what you doing. They doing what you said to do. You're pushing them away with your thoughts. You're telling them, knock me out, dog me out, cheat me out, beat me out, because I'm sending my to you. I'm sending my energy. My word can't come back null and void. You're my reflection. Y'all get that part? The truth hurt. I ain't trying to hurt you. I want to help you. But it's going to sting a little bit. So with this topic, you can attract these exes back by paying attention to the good stuff. By using the law of assumption. By figuring out, God dang it, I'm running this show. I just was running it half-ass. I was running it with chaos. I was running it with my subconscious mind. Right? And my subconscious mind had a little girl or a little boy up in there who still had trauma and still had pain. Right? But now I'm going to run the show from my inner being, from my Lilith, from my God brain that can look at other people through the eyes of God, and I gotta hold that momentum. I can't come up in here on that Lilith frequency with the wobble mind that I used to have, because a double-minded person is unstable in all his ways. I ain't gonna receive nothing. I'm gonna just be looking like Lilith and be telling everybody that I got it going on. Yeah, I'm confident, and yeah, I'm beautiful, and I'm this and that and the third, but I still don't have the desires of my heart. I'm gonna put the makeup on, I'm gonna have my boobs out, I'm gonna walk and twitch my ass, but I'm still not gonna get the desires of my heart because I didn't renew my mind. I don't know what Lily thinking. I'm still thinking like Eve. Right? You gotta let that part go. Right? So we are taking our attention from one state of consciousness over here, Eve, and we're giving our attention to the way that Lilith would be thinking over here, higher conscious inner being. That's what we're doing. Remembering that Eve is the person inside of us that operates from that subconscious mind. I'm not telling you that these thoughts are ever going to go away, but I'm telling you that Lilith ain't paying attention to them subconscious mind thoughts. She ain't getting at the ball and talking about, oh my gosh, am I boring? Do I look awkward? No, she's not. She ain't taking that thought. She ain't thinking that thought, because she understands everybody that's in that ball came to play with her. And she playing with them through her mindfulness. Through her mindfulness. Somebody type mindfulness. Through her mindfulness. And we talked about this in the first series, Awakening Your Dark Feminine Energy from Eve to Lilith. And we said we were mind effing. Remember that? This is part of the mind effery. You want a mind F? Or you want to be like Eve, who wish she could have, but she got cobwebs going on because everybody is running from her because she got, I'm not worthy, vibrating. I'm just telling you the truth. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings. But this is part of mind effery. This is part of your superpower, God. All right? You cannot serve two masters. You ever heard that before in religion and church? Can't serve two masters. Gotta love one, hate the other. Hate one, love the other. Okay, you cannot serve. Here we go. You can't serve Eve and Lilith's mind. You can't be in the subconscious mind and then serve here your inner being mind, because now you wobbling. Eve does enough of wobbling, so you have to learn how to stop the wobble. Stop the thought by doing stuff that make you feel good, Eve. That's the only way you're going to get over here, Eve, is if you begin to do more things that make you feel good. Okay? Can't serve two masters. I have 1 minute and 30 seconds on this live. I only get an hour for some reason on this live. 1 minute and 30 seconds, and it's about to end. If you want to continue on this live, I'm also live on Goddess Just Be, my main page on TikTok. So you could jump over on that screen. It's called Goddess Just Be, and I'm live. You're gonna see my picture pulsating. I'm live. 1 minute and 12 seconds. That one about to end. But if you don't want to join the other live, then bless you. But this one here is about to end automatically, and I can't control that. Right? Okay? A double-minded person is unstable in all his ways. So, we're not serving two masters. Either you're going to be Eve or you're going to be Lilith. Eve going to bump her head. She going to rinse and repeat. Eve probably could get somebody to call her one time, and then he ain't staying. Because she going to forget all about this. She going to go back to her ways. She going to go back to her thoughts. Lilith, over and over, she could attract new, she could attract old, she could attract money, she could attract whatever she want, whenever she want it. Because she understands the power within her mindset. She set her mind. You get that? Let's stop saying stuff that we don't understand. What is it to set your mind? Let's slow these words down. Set mind. Mindset. That means you set your mind to thinking the positive things. That means you are releasing resistance. You set your mind. You release the resistance of the crazy thoughts, which were your own stumbling block. And you say, you know what, mind? We ain't thinking that thought. If we got to turn on music, if we got to play make believe, we got to do whatever we got to do, we going to think a new thought. We going to set our mind to this new thought. You got that? All right. So Eve would say, But he don't love me no more. Eve ain't saying that. You get it? Eve ain't saying that. Why would Eve say somebody in their simulated environment don't love them no more? I'm sorry, Lilith. Why would Lilith say that? Eve saying that. Lilith would never say that because everybody, she understands she's lovable. She's radiating love. She's a goddess. She's on the inner being frequency and she is love. Only Eve is saying that. So this means that self-talk that you think that nobody can hear, actually, the whole entire freaking universe can hear. You got to change that self-thought. That negative Eve self-thought that got you in the rut right now. It's time to change it and renew it. You cannot serve two masters. You ain't going to become no Lilith thinking like no Eve. This just ain't going to happen. All right? So you get into the state of mind that's going to help you attract or draw to you desires of your heart. You have to change your own mind. I can't do this here part for you. All right? I want to talk to you about the Christ Conscious One because I like to talk from the Helios Biblios book. Remember in the Helios Biblios, the Sun book, which is an energy book. That's what it means. Go check it out. Look it up. All of this is just energy, frequency, and vibration. The 12 disciples was the 12 aspects of the Christ Conscious One. You're the Christ Conscious One. Just in case you didn't know, yeah, Eve, you are the Christ Conscious One. Walking, talking in the physical reality. Gonna get crucified, resurrect again. But here we go. I want to remind you of a moment in that Helios Biblios book when the Christ Conscious One said, one of you will betray me. You remember that, Eve? Lilith knows it. Remember that? One of you will betray me. If you think about that, the Christ conscious was sharing you how your subconscious mind will betray you. Eve. The Christ conscious one says, one of you will betray me. And what happened? Y'all know the story. What happened after the Christ conscious one said that? My Judas was my own sister. From here on out, the soft voice is the winner. What happened when the Christ conscious one said, one of you will betray me? What happened? Yeah, y'all don't know the story. Y'all ain't been to church this Sunday. Y'all don't know. They ain't preached that today. The Christ conscious one said, one of you will betray me. And then there was a Judas. And what did Judas do to the Christ conscious one? He did what? What Judas did to the Christ conscious one? Y'all don't know? Judas betrayed the Christ conscious one. Well, God isn't this just supposed to happen? Well, think about that. Let's think about that for a moment. The Christ conscious one, oh my goodness, this thing called life, wow, just that betrayed him. Listen to this here. In the text, it says that the Christ conscious one said out loud, one of you amongst me shall betray me. So that means the Christ conscious one thought that somebody, one of the 12, was going to betray him. And plain as day in the physical reality, the Christ conscious one subconscious mind yielded to him that very thought, that very observation, that very assumption, that very thing that it wanted to attract, betrayal. Hello? Because then come Judas, kiss him on the cheek. Let me betray that ass. Because that's what you had asked for, right? It had to play out. That's you. Your relationship. You had said that boy was no good. And he had to show you no good. But what happened in the allegory text with the Christ conscious when he said, after that happened, they say he had to be crucified to be resurrected again. Come on with it. So is it safe to say that the Christ conscious one, subconscious mind said, hey, somebody's going to betray me in my low frequency subconscious mind thinking like Eve? In order for this betrayal and all of this here to go away, I must be crucified and resurrected. I must transform my energy and come over here and start looking through the eyes of God. And I think it not robbery to be equal with God. And I put on the whole armor of God, and I transition, and I get in my Lilith, and you getting this here? Christ conscious allegory story was telling you over and over that you got to renew that mind, Eve. You got to be transformed by the renewing of that mind, Eve. Thinking not robbery to be equal with God, Eve. Come on, Eve. You know you wanna. This is what you came for. People in this matrix cannot do anything that you did not make them do, Eve. It's time to be accountable for that. You made them do that. You created narcs in your life. You created people who betrayed you in your life. You created your Judas in your life, Eve. Sorry, I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, but guess what? Sometimes you got to get a little butt hurt. Get sick and tired of being sick and tired in order for you to transition from Eve to Lilith. Are you hearing me? It's all our responsibility to renew our mind. It's true. I would never lie to you. I would never, ever lie to you, Eve, Lilith, wherever you are. So let's do this here recap. The foundation of this message, Eve, is to tell you that you are the creator of your reality. I explained to you why you cannot attract the same partner back, because both of y'all done evolved in some shape, form, or another. But I also share with you how you can hold on to the aspects of the positive things that happen in that relationship to attract another relationship and potentially that same person. If you use that person as your object of attention and you care about how you feel, it is law. You will not be single long. But you have some people that's single because they want us to be single. Now, if you want to be single, then hey, do what you want to hang you on the corner with your sovereign self. I also share with you the power of influence, Lilith. Lilith, your confidence is understanding your power. That's how you get so confident, Lilith. You don't say much words when you walking and strutting your stuff, when you flirting, because guess what? You mind effing, Lilith. I see you, Lilith. I study you, Lilith. I am you, Lilith. I understand you, Lilith. And because you have this innate ability to focus with your inner being and be in alignment with your inner being over here, you create this thing called a ripple effect on mankind. When I move, you move, just like that. And you have the ability to influence others even without direct action. Remember, I told you right in the comment, I ain't telling you to do nothing, Eve. Because Lily don't be doing. She be being. Are you here? Then we went on to talk about the power of your perspective. Because how you look at other people is how they showing up, Lilith. Your vibration is dictating their action, Eve. What are you doing? I ain't worthy. Okay, there go narc. 3 o'clock, there's a narc. Because you, I ain't worthy. That's what you're saying. So you got to fix that in your mind. You got to embrace the idea, Eve, that I run the show. Don't come in my simulated environment with that bullshit. You shouldn't have came your ass over here. Everybody over here loving on me. We discussed the law of assumption as you being the operant power. Eve, if you're the operant power, you operating, you running the show. If I want you, you mine. That's it. It goes a little something like that. Amen. Amen, Miss D. Huh? This is Eve versus Lilith, remembering who the heck you are. You're not a little G kind of going, nope. Oh, yeah. Lilith ain't. Lilith's not. So Eve sitting over there praying to Jesus. Lilith is creating her own reality because she acts out as her own God. Point blank period. That's what separates the two. There was a shift of consciousness that happened that I was sharing with you. Coming from Eve, subconscious, to Lilith, inner beingness. That's the difference between the two. A lot of people be missing that, y'all. They be missing it. And you can tell when they missing it because they, you be feeling they, you be looking at them like, oh, she lying. She don't believe she confident. She don't believe that shit. But she sure look cute, though. They be missing it. And they think the seers don't see it. Right? I share with you to shift your confidence, your consciousness, because you cannot serve two masters. You can't. You can't. You could try, but you're gonna be whopping all over the place, and then you ain't gonna get a damn thing from God. You go in and do that. You go and do that. You're gonna be Peter. You just gonna sink in that water. Yeah, you gonna sink. I'm just trying to tell you, right? So your reflection, or pretty much your responsibility, is to think about all of them unresolved relationships that you had. Think about all of them narcs. Think about all them people that cheated. Think about all them people that backslid or stabbed you in the back or betrayed you in your Eve state of being. That's your reflection and your responsibility to fix that crap because you created. Because when I tell you to think about it, I want you to think about your thoughts that you was having as it pertains to the people. Because you will say something that goes a little something like this. I knew, da 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 da. That's what you're going to say. I knew, da, 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 da. And if you knew it, you ain't nothing but the Christ conscious one that stood up and said, one of you will betray me. I just know it. And that is a subconscious mind that I'm asking you today, Eve, to let die. Go on and kill that thing. Go on and kill that thing. It's hurting you the most. Yeah. It's hurting only you because you're the only thing that's real in your simulated environment. Yeah, I just thought I'd tell you. You're alone in this world with your thoughts. You called me for till you help you to fix them darn thoughts, and they wobbling like crazy. What you going to do? You're going to evolve to Lilith. You're going to resurrect yourself to the Christ conscious one. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's see. And so the technique for your transformation is for your mindset to be used as the key to mind F. You should be mind F and everything in your reality, Lilith. You should be mind F and everything and everyone. Because why they came over here, your reality, if you can't mind F with them? Who you gonna play with? That's your reflection. You're supposed to play with your reflections. Who you gonna learn from? Your reflections. Who you gonna grow from? The relationship with your reflections. So why you got the reflections wilding out in your kingdom? Where they do that at? You practice forgiveness, visualization, and a self-concept that's in alignment. Forgive them, because they know not what they do. You know why? Because you didn't know what you was doing, Eve. That's why they don't know what they do, because you ain't got no order in your simulated environment. Order in the court, they say, right? Order in the court. Where you God in your kingdom, supposed to be sitting on a throne every night, and then you get up off the throne and you like to put a dude over there because he got a six-pack and all, but no, you don't, you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, so people just wilding out in your kingdom. They're wilding out because you don't know who the hell you are, Eve. That's why. They narking you. They cheating on you. They hurt you. They doing this, not a third to you because you don't know who you are. You don't spend time out of that subconscious mind into your inner being mind and putting order in your simulated environment. You ain't been doing that, but Lilith does that. Lilith does that. She has boundaries. She has order. Yeah. There's so many people that love her, love upon her, show her what love is. Yeah, because there's order over there. Right? Last but not least, in this transformation, I taught you that circumstances do not matter. Your belief does, though. So what do you believe, Eve? Do you believe what I'm saying? Do you be lie, Eve? Do you be like Eve? That life is supposed to be neutral and below all days for you to be suffering? Do you be like Eve that you cannot draw everything to you? The only way you but be like Eve is because you just said this crap over and over and over until it became a law in your subconscious mind. But you could trash all of that and begin to say things that are new to your mind. You could begin to see yourself through the eyes of God. You could begin to sit back on the throne of God again. You could rise to your Lilith state of being or become one, I and the Father, one with your inner being, and be closest to your sovereign self than you've ever been in this physical reality. You, Eve, can evolve to Lilith. And in that state of being, you could attract your ex-lover, ex-husband, ex-friend, ex-whatever back into your life. All right? That's the video. It's offering time. It's question and answer time. Any questions? Cash App Goddess Just Be. For those of you who are new here, I am Goddess Just Be. I'm Cash App. I'm Goddess Just Be. I help people on their wellness journey in the areas of mind, body, and soul. I'm doing a series from dark feminine energy, Eve to Lilith, teaching you how you can attract your ex back into your simulated environment, but attract a new version of them as you become a new version of yourself. Attract them whole. Attract a harmonious union. Attract a new relationship with yourself coming from your Eve to your Lilith state of being. Attract the desires of your heart. Stop paying attention to the things that ain't serving you. I'm teaching you how to turn the other cheek. I'm teaching you how, if that left arm despises you, cut that thing off. Cut it off. Whatever ain't serving you in life, Eve, cut it off. Stop saying that story, Eve. It ain't helping you, Eve. I am the currency. You're so welcome. You are the currency. So what are you going to do? Are you going to evolve to your Lilith? Or are you going to stay on your Eve frequency? Doubting yourself, not knowing your power, right? I wish above all things that you prosper, be in good health, even as your soul prosper. I look forward to seeing you all on January 12th in the class, Lilith in Motion, How to Flirt. Because 'tis the season for the woman to rise, for women to rise to their lady state of being, their Lilith state of being, their inner being, seeing people, life through the eyes of God. Because that's really where your superpower is. When you see it through the eyes of an Eve, you ain't doing nothing but halting your growth. Come on to the other side. Come on to the other side. Any questions? Any questions? So you know what to do. You know how to do it, right? Talk to me. 3 John 1 and 2. Truly grateful. Thank you. You know how to do it. You know what to do now, right? You know what you should be thinking about, right? Finally, my brethren, whatsoever things that are pure and just, lovely, if there be any virtue in them, think on these things. I'm ready to evolve. Hey, Heather, this is how you evolve. You got to change your mind. You got to change your mind. It's all about a renewing of a mind. So I'm going to give this away to you. When you're taking a shower, I want to give you some ideas, because some of you are not this blood type. And I don't mean no shade. I'm a blood type connection catalyst. Some of you don't have this here mind where you just think and you're not creative in this aspect. You know, because everybody have different gifts and talents, like, right? But I'm a blood type B, and my mind goes, so let me give you some stuff, because I got a lot. So let's see. So you're in a shower. Some of these things I probably can't say the full word, so you got to pay attention to my lips. Pay attention for a second to my lips. When you're in a shower, you're taking a shower, and maybe you used to shower with your person, like, right? You have a shower with your person. All you got to do, this is a law of assumption, that you're showering together. How do I be tactful with this here? If you are having your moment, let's say you're single and you're having a moment where you're feeling intimacy, you have with your person as if you and your person just reached a kundalini experience, if you know what I mean right there. Okay. um, these things draw your person to you, like, right, you are not near your phone, you imagine, but your phone is ringing in that moment, you imagine of assumption that is my person. You never get sad or disappointed that this person is not there, like, right, you're sending out this signal, like, right, let's say you're driving in a car, you could have a car full of people, whatever, you're driving around, in your mind's eye, you are seeing the same sights that your person is seeing. You're having this experience. I'm teaching you that you carry this person with you, and your subconscious mind don't know that that person is in the car or not. This is like a holographic universe. None of this stuff real. This is a game of life. Right? When you wake up in the morning, here's another good one for you. Thank you so much. This was really good. I love your mind, goddess. So thank you. Thank you, Miss Joyce. Thank you. Philippians 4:8. Okay, so here's another one. You let me see, I'm trying to be tactful. You wake up in the morning and you know how we be like, oh, I'm thankful for today. I'm thankful to God. Maybe you say thankful to God. And when you wake up in the morning, do y'all do that kind of stuff? Because I do that. I don't know. Anyway, thank God for another day. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for that. And you slide in. Why are you doing it? You on a rampage. Oh, I'm thankful for my house. I'm thankful for my car. I'm thankful for my ex-husband. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for See how you threw that ex-husband? Uni. That was just an example, Uni. That was an example, Uni, because I'm cold with it and stuff. Don't want the ex-husband to be knocking on the door. Uni? That was an example for the people. But you see how I threw that ex-husband up in here? Like I just like, thank you for this, thank you for that, and thank you for one of the things was real, right? One of the things was real. I'm thankful for this beautiful relationship me and my ex-husband got. You just throw it in there, but you don't have no thought. I just had to slow the universe down because I don't need no, no, you no. But you throw it in there and then you keep going with something that is real. Like, right? I'm thankful for my house. I'm thankful for my car. I'm thankful for my ex-husband. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the love that me and my husband has. I'm thankful for this renewed relationship. I'm thankful. You just stored it and you're going to rap it. You said it really, really fast. And you ain't giving your subconscious mind a chance to be like, what? No, the subconscious mind didn't have a chance because you kept going. And it's like you're throwing a sneaky link up in here. But you throw what you really want up in here. Like, right? Uni better not be working on it. No, Uni. No. Even when you are on a date, let's say it's a friendship, you're on a date with your person. Let's say you're married or whatever. You're on a date with your person and your friend, and you fell out, and you're trying to attract your friend in good times, like a double date, kind of like back to you. Imagine when you're with your husband that your friend is with their husband, whatever, and you on a double date. If it's a friend that you're trying to attract. And you imagine, like when your husband says something funny, you imagine your friend chuckling or laughing at that funny joke. Your husband don't know that you're doing this in your mind. Everywhere that you go, people do not know what you're thinking. People never need to know what the hell you thinking because you're the operate power. You running this show, but you got to make sure you thinking the thoughts that are serving you. This is your superpower. It don't matter if you just waking up, if you on a date, if you in the middle of having. Men do this all the time, just to let you know. Sometimes they'll have relations with people that they aren't in so-called love with. They'll have a Lilith. I'm telling you, you got to join that class because I'm gonna be teaching you this year. Lilith so cold with the way that she be flirting that Lilith actually could have a man having relations with a boring chick, but he is sitting up there thinking about Lilith because she done already penetrated and mind effed him in so many ways. You got to get on your Lilith mind game. If not, you'll be good for nothing but to be trampled over by men. You got this power. Don't sleep on it. You hear me? I want you to get the desires of your heart. I want to see you in that January 12th class too, to learn how to flirt, to really ignite your power. Y'all good? I don't even know if I really want my ex-husband back. He a lot of work. Well, think about the parts of him that isn't a lot of work. Think about those parts and just milk yourself, because you already had that experience. Milk yourself so much into those parts of him that only those good parts that ain't a lot of work will show up for you. And then you're going to get those good parts either in him or somebody so damn amazing that you don't even care, because when that doorbell rung, that new version of him that showed up will make you forget about the old version ever existed, and you still winning. You see how you still just win? You can't get this wrong. This gonna help you in so many ways to win. Yeah. How can we use this for physical limitations? Oh, for disabilities? For disabilities, same thing. You see them people whole and healed just like Jesus did in the biblical text. This is the same thought process the Christ conscious one was teaching us how to do or be. The lady with the issue of blood, the man who couldn't see. Christ conscious one was seeing these people healed and whole already. So you gotta use your Lilith mindset and see people healed and whole already and not pay attention to the physical reality. Not pay attention to it, because the physical reality is an expression of your Eve thoughts, your old thoughts. They gotta play out. Don't you get discouraged. They gotta play out, because you probably had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of them. You gotta know that it's working within you before it could ever work outside of you. It worked when you said it, because the blessing of God are yea and amen. God said yes, it's created. But you cannot see it till you quantum field mentally all the way over here in the Lilith, in the inner being mindset. Not subconscious, superconscious. This is how you heal people with ailments. You put a couple of people together within a room that can practice this here, let there be a person that have some kind of tumor or some kind of injury or whatever, and they're practicing this and they're focused on this and they're not wobbling, then you would literally see this ailment dissolve. But we're so used to being Eve, so many Eves out there. Oh, you of little faith. The biblical text talks about you. Oh, ye of little faith. Because you only need a grain of mustard seed. Oh, you of little faith. All right? Any more questions before I get up out of here? Y'all got it? Ain't no limitations. Be still and know I'm God. You could attract your person back. Somebody said over here I was talking, but I remember now, somebody over here saying, what if the person is dead? So we're talking about attracting an ex back. If they're deceased, I'm not sure you're trying to resurrect, if you mean that part, but I'm gonna answer this as it pertains to you extracting parts of them within another, like, right? Because that's really what happened. If you pay attention and do this, but use that person who you may have loved and they're deceased. If you use the good qualities in that particular person and you carry that particular person with you in the examples that I shared with you earlier in this video, what's going to happen in your simulated environment will be that there's another version of that person that's going to show up, and it's going to be refreshing. It's going to feel familiar. It's going to feel like home. And you will be thinking in your mind like, oh my God, you remind me of whoever this person was that passed. You remind me so much. It'll show up in another person. There you go. You remind me so much of so-and-so. And you're going to be in so much of awe with this person. Like, oh my God. Could I touch you? You ever see, it's happened to you before, but you just tossed it up and said that was a twin. But because you had thought, or you knew, or you had this here longing or this missing of this person. This happens all the time with somebody that I know that has passed. Right? Your thought and your love that you carry in this person with you, you'll see somebody that look like they twin or something in the grocery store. Like, oh my God, you remind me so much of da da da. How are you? Like, right? This has happened to me before for a close person. And it will happen to you. It happens to me because I carry this person with me in my heart. So I see their twin reflections, or I'll see a person or out that don't look like them, and they'll do something that this deceased person in my life did. They'll do it just like that deceased person. And I'll be like, oh, wow. And like, what, girl? What's wrong? Oh, nothing. And I just hold on to that feeling. You create your own reality. Yeah, even if you're going through physical pain, you create your own reality. Pain physically, in the physical reality, it hinders a lot of people ability to focus, like, right? Because they're going through that constant pain. But that is the moment where you have to conjure up more energy to think about the moments where there is no pain. Where there is no pain. You got to find the moment. You got to extract from another life experience a moment in time. And it didn't happen because you've been here eons where I didn't have pain. What does wholeness look like? What does wholeness feel like? What does health feel like? What does joy feel like? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself in order for you to grab a moment, because your person has been here eons and eons. Your person know what no pain feel like. Just because you haven't pain in this lifetime don't mean your person don't remember what no pain feel like. So you got to send your person on a journey in the subconscious mind to grab just the feeling of no pain and hold on to it. Oh, yeah, that felt good. When I wasn't in pain back in 1994 and I was able to run. Oh, I remember that, child. Oh, I was able to run with my legs. I ain't limp. Oh, I ran fast. Oh, see me running. Oh, I can see it now. Oh, I can feel it now. I'm just bouncing. Oh, I must have had a whole bunch of magnesium in my body then, because I'm just bouncing up and down. Spiritual buoyancy, like, right? Ain't nothing was aching or nothing. Ooh, talk about me running. Talk about me pain free. Ooh, and you just milk it. I'm teaching you how to milk the thing that feels good to you. You gotta milk it. Don't recommend dating while grieving. I don't recommend grieving. I don't recommend grieving at all. I don't. If you must, set a timer. Set a timer. Because let's talk about that in the aspect of grieving a person that's no longer there in the physical reality. Let's say, how the job give you a timer. Job give you 3 days. If you got, the death, grief, and, paid time off, they give you about 3 days to get back your butt to work, right? Let's talk about grieving. If you're grieving, you are giving yourself an excuse to come out of alignment with your inner being, to feel sad, to feel grief, and to miss someone. But in the inner being mindset, that person is not gone. That person is with you. That person is part of the all-knowing infinite intelligence. I have had people in the physical reality that I carry with me to this day, that I've seen their life in. Like, right? I'm not telling you something from a place where, I've never experienced this thing called death. My guru is no longer here in the physical reality, but I will carry him, the same principle, with me every day. So much so that I hear him speak through me on my lives. So much so that my other loved ones, they speak through me. I carry them with me. Grieving will have me at low frequency on my eve, giving me a reason why to come out of alignment with my inner being and why to stay out of there, because I'm so busy depressed and I'm so busy grieving, right? Grieving is going to stop me from probably caring for myself, adoring myself. Grieving is going to stop me from having that ultimate relationship with myself, because I'm going to be stuck over here grieving. I suggest that you not grieve. Here's another thing. Being over here in alignment with my inner being, now I'm able to smell these loved ones, their scents. Now I'm able to hear messages from them when I'm in my sleep, in my dreams. Now I'm able to actually see them in my dreams. Now I'm able to actually feel them, their presence, their essence in my home, because I'm at neutral and above. I ain't grieving. So you choose how long you're going to sit there and grieve, cry your tears, rinse your heart off, but get back up there and love again. Because the cluster of energy that we stem from is God, is infinite intelligence, is love. It's the most powerful form of love there is. And your people, the energies that were present in this realm that have made passed and went over to the other side, they will want you to be here so they can continue to play with you. You cannot play with them. You cannot sup with them. You cannot get this essence of this love, this connection, hear them or nothing when you sitting your ass over here moping and poping and grieving. It just don't happen. It don't. It don't. So that gives me, knowing that I've experienced it, a reason why I want to be neutral and above. Because God damn it, my family up in here. God damn it, my guru up in here. God damn it, my friends up in here. They're neutral and above in a spiritual place that's highly elevated, where my inner being can see them and where I can feel them. And I'll be damned if I'm going to waste all of the days of my life grieving and cutting myself off, not only from source of infinite intelligence, but all of the ones that walk before me, that love me, that can see all the things that I cannot see, that can tell me, no, take a left, no, look underneath that pillow. For the very thing that I need in my life. You think I'm going to spend my time grieving and cutting myself off? Nope, I'm not. I'll get up here and I'll love again. And I'll get up here. If somebody pays today or tomorrow, I'm going to be on here. My word, I'm going to be on here. And if a tear drop, but I'm going to be getting back in alignment with my passion and getting back in alignment with love, because I understand grieving ain't going to help me. It ain't going to help me stay connected. You hear me? They appear to be waiting for me. Thank you for your explaining that. Yeah, they are. They are. Grieving ain't helping you. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to sound emotionless, but grieving don't help me. And I'm going to tell you one thing that y'all don't know about me. Y'all don't even understand the capacity of the person who you're sitting with, because there have been many days in this realm. Many, many, many days. In the physical reality that I came up here, I'm talking about didn't have floors. I'm talking about didn't have walls behind me. I'm talking about storms and things that came my way. I'm talking about people that done died. I still was standing. I still was talking to y'all. I'm talking about didn't know the certainty of whether or not I was going to have a job the next day. I'm talking about I done been through hell and high water on these lives. And y'all would know, because I understand one thing about my mind, that I'm not going to spend it in my Eve zone. Hell, just the other day I came on here and I had my leg propped up. I done fell downstairs. Fell downstairs. Some of y'all probably didn't see that TikTok. I fell downstairs, bruised up. That's why I have on right now and had on then long sleeve, because it looked like I got my ass beat after I fell down the stairs. But I came on this live and I still talk to y'all. You got to understand this about life. Content creators be going through some things and they still be standing. You can't be a punk under pressure and be a content creator at the same time. You ain't gonna last in these streets. So I'm teaching you something that I use and I live by. All that grieving, all that healing shit, all that long suffering stuff, all that wobbling with your mind and that Eve mindset, you gotta throw that out. You really gotta throw that out, because life is moving on. People are evolving. And you just rinsing and repeating if you do that. When you really understand the laws in this realm, in this thing called neutral and above, you stay your ass over here. Maybe you get off a little bit, but no, I gotta get back over here. Even if I gotta crawl, to get to that live, because I understand live, me being live is me and my patient, me being neutral and above. Like I gotta crawl over there to that camera. Hello, I am God. It's just me. I gotta get over here. Eve would never, but I got to. It helps me stay in alignment. All right. No need for death to knock us off of our block. You shouldn't. When we're playing the game of life to win. You're OG. Yeah, original goddess. Yeah. Your energy is unmatched. Yeah. Thank you for that answer. It helped me so much. I'm so grateful for you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Big T. So I'm thankful that y'all get something out of that. But remember that, man. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. I cry. Yeah, I cried when I fell down them stairs, and I laughed too. Matter of fact, I laughed and I cried when I fell down the stairs. Right? Right? My tears, they drop. But I understand I'm not staying there too long. I can't afford it for where I am in life and what I got too many manifestations. And I'm not leaving this physical reality until I get everything that I think of in my mind. You just gotta walk that walk like that. Nah, we ain't doing that. Turn on some music. Nah, we ain't doing that. Let's do some I am affirmations. Nah, we ain't doing that. Come on out of that rut. You got to be your own cheerleader to bring yourself out. Nah, we ain't thinking that thought. Mind, listen. I told you we ain't thinking that crap today. Now today gonna be a beautiful day. We're gonna think these other thoughts. We're gonna pretend we doing da da da, and that's just gonna be it. You hear me, mind? Get your ass on board. This is what we're doing. Even if you have to do that to yourself, do it. It's worth it. You're worth it because everything that you want is over here. It's not over there by Eve frequency. That's the things you don't want. What you really want, whether it is money, that relationship, being free, don't have to work, whatever, more property or whatever, a car, a house, or whatever. It's over here. And you will not get it until you get your mind over here. Anybody got time no grieving? You activating us now. Yeah. Yeah, ain't nobody I ain't raising no ducks. It's time for everybody to be activated. You just gotta really, really get up in there. You have logic over all of these things. Lilith has logic all the time. She ain't just being ruled by her emotions every time she goes somewhere. Her emotions, no, she ain't doing that. Because she understands that could be a stumbling block. That could put her back so far, that could push her back so far in her journey because she over there crying. She over there she over there whining. This class, I changed the name of the class to Lilith Emotion, How to Flirt. He wants me. He should have stayed out of my reality if he didn't. Like, right? We gotta put some oomph behind the things that we talking about here. Like, right? You gotta get logic, get out of them emotions. Get out of them. Stop being that triggered bee. So why is everything triggering you? At least it be in you. Just stop it. Use logic and get your ass to neutral and above. Wait a minute, the law of attraction. If I don't get my ass back over here and I stay here about 5 more minutes, I'm going to create this about 5 more times. I can't afford that. When you know that, the biblical text said, when you know the truth shall set you free. When you know that the goddamn law of attraction is coming to your and try to put yourself or match yourself to some energy, then you ain't about to spend no time for all that crying and because no, I don't want this crap no more. When you know that, I ain't wasting my time with no foolishness. Bye. I just ain't got time for that. When you get there, you've arrived. First, you got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired, though, Eve. But in the meantime, Eve, you could attract your ex. You could get another job. You could attract anything you want once you stop wobbling in your mind. Cash App card is just be. Let us pray. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Last time, take a deep breath in and blow it out. Source energy, infinite intelligence, God. Thank you for this live on this Sunday morning. We had some church up in here. Thank you for everybody who participated in this live, whether they came and left and or supped with me through the duration of the live. I thank you for them. I thank you for elevating their church, allowing them to be on their Eve to Lilith journey, evolving thought by thought by thought by thought, coming out of the old into the new, letting go of the old contract into the new contract, letting go of their Eve to their Lilith, letting a new mind be in them renewing themselves thought by thought by thought, letting them know that they have the operating power, and they will know this truth, and this truth shall set them free. Set them free, set them free, set them free. Set them free from worry, set them free from doubt, set them free from being a little G kind of God. Set them free from their subconscious mind into the superconscious mind, where infinite intelligence, where Lilith, where their inner being, where they are equal with God. They shall, I see them putting on the entire armor of God and resting in that knowing that they're God all by themselves, that they created a simulated environment to act out the role of God. And no one else can sit upon their throne. No one else can wild out in their simulated environment. All of their reflections are moving to the rhythm of their beat, and they're beating with their thought. They're beating with their heart. They're creating an electromagnetic form of energy. And these are the things that they know. These are the things that they know, and they shall never forget this knowing. This knowing will stay with them, and they shall be reminded of this knowing as they think, as they love, as they cry, as they laugh, as they give, as they receive, as they walk, as they talk. They will be constantly reminded over and over and over and over again that they God, that they're doing this all by themselves, that they're the operating power, that they could attract their ex back and anything. Because if they be lifted up, they got the power to draw all things to them. Amen. Type in the comments free. You shall know this truth, and this truth shall set you free. Now, Eve, you could go your butt back into bondage if you want to after this live is over. But I just showed you, Eve, how to be free. All is God. Type it in the comments, free. Free, 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 free. Free yourself from your bondage of your mind. Free, 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 free. From Eve to Lilith, free. Free, 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 free. Hey, free spirit, look at that, right on time. Look at you. I'll let you in my simulated environment. You're going to give me a confirmation while I'm about to get up out of here. Free spirit is said free. And you shall know this truth, and this truth shall set you free. Make sure you sign up for the January 12th class, From E to Lilith, How to Flirt. All right? I'll see you there. Y'all be blessed. Okay, bye. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Yes. Y'all be blessed. Okay, bye.